Welcome to Ozarks Live. Thanks for joining us today. Good to see you again.
It's good to be here. It's a beautiful day outside. Have you guys been outside today? It's hot. I'm sleeveless. I'm never sleeveless.
It
like
is.
That. It never happens.
This was my first day of sitting in a car and going, I'm sweating.
Yeah, it's a warm one.
Bring it on as far as I'm concerned.
I know. It's nice outside. I'm planning, I'm doing the best I can here. I'm planning to get some flowers in planters later today.
I'm hearing a lot of people say that.
Not entirely sure it's going to happen, but at least I got the flowers purchased yesterday.
Yeah.
But it's so pretty outside that I think instead of going for a walk or something like that, that's what I'm going to do with my time. So.
You have the planters already, I assume?
Yeah, I got them all. Okay. I dug out all the old business. I got it all, chopped up and ready. So hopefully I'll go home and do that. Speaking of being home, did you watch any of the Oscars last night?
I didn't watch 1 second of the Oscars.
Very awkward, very unusual.
I read about it, especially the way they ended the program.
Yeah, everybody thought
Chadwick Boseman was going to win.
Boseman was going to win, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And Anthony Hopkins.
Usually it's Best Picture is last.
Is last,
This they saved Best Actor for last, thinking that he would win it. His widow was off stage, ready to make a speech, the whole thing.
Because he was really good in that movie.
He was excellent in the movie. But then
so was Anthony Hopkins in his movie.
Anthony Hopkins won it for Father, and it was one of those where the balloon deflates. Oh. So.
It was just, a friend of mine came over, and it took about 30 seconds for her to watch that and say, can we just call this the awkward Academy Awards? I mean, it took her no time at all. I said, I've not even been paying attention. I think they did the best they could maybe under the circumstances.
They did. They tried things differently because it's what it is right now.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have the huge gala that, you assume or you associate with the Academy Awards.
Right.
So they tried a little, different things from what I've, been seeing and what I read. And okay. Yeah, we'll see how the ratings were. They don't think they're going to be all that great.
Such as they were.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we have a great show to start off the week right here. Sam's Club is in to talk about Fight Hunger, Spark Change.
Then I get to wax poetic about history.
Can't wait for that. We'll tell you about Home is the Key with Habitat for Humanity.
Also, it's Joy's turn to name a favorite on Tom and Joy's watch list.
Yeah, this one has to do with what I'll bet might be one of your favorite bands. And we have another episode of Cammie Can Do It, along with another Facebook debate. But before we get to all that, we're going to show you what is on our radar. Okay. So, Tom, do you ever open a can or a bag of cat food for your fuzzy friend and think, man, I'd love to have some of that?
I don't remember off the top of my head doing that, no.
No, me neither. All right, but the folks at Fancy Feast are pretty sure that you're going to envy the cat's menu, and they may just be right, okay? In fact, they are so convinced you're going to want to indulge in your cat's food, they've assembled a book of recipes sort of kind of based on that food, so you can make your own fancy feast, all right? It is called Petite Feast, a cookbook, and it's got recipes that frankly sound amazing. For example, ancho butternut squash chicken tacos, chicken with ramen with tomato honey butter sauce, sage cornbread, chicken pot pie, pistachio crusted salmon with jasmine rice, and water fried egg yolk, whatever that is. All right, these are kind of based on the Fancy Feast Petites line, which is the little single serving can, okay? The cookbook, by the way, if your mouth is watering right now, is free and available for download at Purina.com.
Okay, now do you have to use their packets or whatever they are?
No. They don't supply any of that. You do your own, but I think people are saying, my goodness, with names like some of these things that they have for the cats, it's like, well, I wish I ate as good as the pets did. So they figured, somebody in their marketing department said, we could actually do a cookbook for people.
I think foodies have gone too far.
You think?
This may have crossed the line. And also, you've got your dog and cat who you feed that to. They're going to be at the table going, hey.
Because they are anyway.
Yeah. Okay. This all began about a year ago when Josh Swain posted 4/24/21, 12 o'clock p.m. Meet at these coordinates. 40.8223286, 96.798 2002. We fight. Whoever wins gets to keep the name. Everyone else has to change their name. You have a year to prepare. Good luck. In other words, with a slight change to the coordinates, show up in Air Park Green Area in Lincoln, Nebraska at the appointed time to defend your right to the name Josh. And from New Jersey to Washington, they did. Take a look.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, it was
They're all Joshes?
all Joshes. It was a pool noodle battle royale that, once and for all, decided who was the one true Josh. Yeah, the one who would carry the name into history or until the next Josh fight. The winner and keeper of the name is a 4-year-old boy who was coronated with a Burger King crown. His name, well, Josh. They call him Little Josh. The Josh fight raised more than $8,000 for the Children's Hospital and Medical Center Foundation and brought about a ton of non-perishable food items for the Lincoln Food Bank.
Well, now there's somebody in the marketing department that really did kind of, come up with something great.
This was a guy who just did it. It wasn't from a marketing department. He just had a goofy idea.
He just did it, but he did have a thing in mind to make it for the better good, right?
Absolutely.
So he did benefit
Absolutely.
someone from
You
this.
had to bring food or donations. And
How many Joshes showed up, did it say?
I didn't get a count on it, but it was a bunch.
A few thousand,
And
it
the
looks
strange
like.
thing, it started out with the guy who started it, Josh Swain. He had to do rock, papers, and scissors with another guy by the name of Josh Swain just to be able to fight in the battle royale.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, good idea there though. All right, I've got another video to show you. If you haven't seen this already, talk about a close call, okay? This is the Duke Park area of Durham, North Carolina. Watch the SUV.
Whoa.
Boom. According to the Daily Mail, this footage from another vehicle shows that SUV pulling up to a crossroads as the tree begins to fall. We're going to see it again. Here it comes. I mean, by the hair of my chinny chin chin there. The SUV manages to pull through just before this tree collapses. People who live nearby say that this was very loud. I can imagine the crackling sound and the wood hitting the ground. One neighbor said she walks by there all the time and she's wondered about that tree. Experts say it was a combination of high winds and a rotting root system that just sent that tree falling to the ground. Crews actually got power restored and traffic moving again on the street, but they had to work overnight to do it because it took power lines down and everything else with it. But talk about lucky.
I don't know. I don't know if the guy saw it or not. My first reaction would have been, as many people, you hit the brake, and then you'd have been right under
You
it.
couldn't tell if the guy or gal hit the brake or hit the gas, but either way, yeah.
All right.
Crazy.
Coming up, our friends from Sam's Club are joining us in the kitchen.
Yeah, and it's always a blast when Sam stops by, so don't go away because we're just getting started.